Welcome to the 168th episode of the Bovine Podcast, where we're not afraid to tackle the tough issues in dairy farming. Today, we're milking Valentine's Day for all it's worth with a special episode that'll warm your hearts faster than fresh milk from the tank. We're diving into some moving love stories from the dairy world, proving that romance can blossom even in the most unlikely places, like right next to the manure spreader. From starry porch proposals to barn-filled vows, we'll explore how these farming couples have found their perfect match amidst the silos and milking parlors. So grab your sweetheart and let's churn up some dairy-inspired romance.
Welcome to the Bovine Podcast, where we bring you the latest in dairy farming news, trends, and heartwarming stories from the industry. I'm Bella, your host. Today, we've got a special Valentine's Day episode that's sure to warm your hearts faster than fresh milk from the tank. We're diving into some moving love stories from the dairy world. These tales prove that romance can blossom in the unlikeliest of places, even in the middle of a cow barn. As one farmer puts it, farming with love is like making the perfect batch of cheese, worth every moment. While urban romantics might be gathering in dimly lit eateries this Valentine's Day, farming couples find magic in their shared duties and fleeting glances over milk pails. These stories go beyond simple love tales. They're lasting testimonies to the strong bond of partnership, where a love for the land blends harmoniously with deep devotion to each other.
That's beautifully put, Bella. And you're right, there's nothing more romantic than the smell of silage in the morning. Let's start with our first tale, shall we? It takes us to a Pennsylvania county fair, where Marie and Mark Canon's love story began amidst the lowing of cows and the bustle of show preparations. For Marie, it was a spark of hope among the bustle, yearning for a glance from Mark amid the chaos of show preparations. And Mark, true to his nature, seized the moment. At a bonfire the following week, he bravely asked Marie out, starting a courtship as natural as the changes of the seasons on a dairy farm. Their first date was quite an adventure. Mark invited Marie to help with the milking, humorously noting that others had mysteriously found themselves otherwise occupied. The evening was marked by a hasty meal of pancakes and an adventure in herding 15 runaway heifers. Talk about a stress test for a new relationship.
What a wonderful start to their relationship. And I heard Mark's proposal was equally romantic.
Indeed it was, Bella. After their heifer adventure, Mark led Marie to the porch swing, a cherished haven for unwinding after exhausting farm days. Under the stars, he unfolded a piece of paper and read aloud a poem capturing their shared experiences over the past year. The poem captured the challenges and silent victories intertwined with their love. The final line wasn't just a proposal, but a promise to cultivate a life together as steadfast as the legacy of farming they treasured. Now, 30 years later, their love story still thrives at Canon Dairy Farm in West Middlesex, Pennsylvania, affirming that the most heartfelt romances often begin in genuine settings where hard work, shared principles, and sincere devotion converge.
That's truly heartwarming, Doug. Now, let's move on to our next story, which takes us to the agricultural campus of Dalhousie University in Nova Scotia. Here, two students, Lindy Feltmate and Scott Brown, found love through their shared passion for agriculture. Lindy had an affinity for horses, while Scott came from a dairy farming lineage. Their tale took root amidst the campus's classrooms and laboratories, where joint projects and knowledge exchange fostered a growing camaraderie that soon deepened into a meaningful partnership. By graduation, their dreams had merged into a unified goal. Together, they moved forward with determination, starting a dairy farm in New Brunswick. Their journey transcended mere business endeavors. It was a heartfelt pursuit to cultivate a life where their harmonious skills and enduring passion could flourish in unison. Now, they're not just running a successful dairy operation, but they're also raising two children. It's a real testament to the power of shared values and passion in a relationship.
That's a beautiful story, Bella. It reminds me of my own experience in the industry. Sometimes the best partnerships come from bringing different skills to the table. Now, shall we move on to our next tale? This one's about Krista and Brett Swanson, who met at the 2009 National Farm Machinery Show in Louisville, Now that's what I call finding love among the machinery. Their meeting was quite serendipitous, happening on February 13th, the eve of Valentine's Day, when a friend introduced them. Despite living on opposite sides of Illinois, Brett wasn't deterred by the distance. He drove across the state the very next weekend to take Krista on their first date. Their romance swiftly blossomed, guided by the natural rhythm of the changing seasons. Within a year, they pledged their lives to one another. Now they're raising 3 daughters on their picturesque Illinois farm, with a 4th child on the way. It just goes to show that when you find the right person, distance is no obstacle.
That's so true, Doug. In farming, we're used to overcoming challenges. A little distance is nothing compared to dealing with a broken-down tractor during harvest season. Now, let's move on to a more modern love story. Have you heard about Erin Harris and Jared Beaton? They met on the reality TV show Farming for Love. Erin, a dedicated dairy farmer from Creston, found love with Jared on the show. But their story didn't end when the cameras stopped rolling. Jared has fully embraced the farming lifestyle, learning that love on a dairy farm is about the little things, like bringing coffee during long barn hours or helping with hay duties before dawn. Jared truly understood the essence of Erin's commitment to agriculture, showing a sincere appreciation for farm life and empathetic acknowledgement of Erin's devotion to her herd. Nearly a year later, they're thriving. Jared has seamlessly integrated into the cadence of the farm, learning that love on a dairy farm transcends beyond grand romantic displays. It flourishes in the shared experiences of dawn milkings and midnight animal care.
That's a wonderful modern twist on farm romance, Bella. Speaking of strong partnerships, let's talk about Sadie and Glen Frericks. Their story is a great example of how compromise can lead to innovation in both love and farming. They came from different dairy farming backgrounds, but managed to blend their methods into a unique approach. They've been working together for 12 out of their 15 years of marriage, creating a hybrid system that honors both their traditions while pioneering new ones. Through effective communication and a foundation of mutual respect, they've developed a system that simultaneously pays homage to their roots while pioneering new and innovative traditions. Each new morning gives them opportunities to reaffirm their dedication to their herd and appreciate one another's perspectives. Their operation is a testament to the remarkable achievements attainable when two people harness their shared passion for dairy farming and wholeheartedly embrace each other's ideas.
That kind of flexibility and willingness to learn from each other is crucial in both farming and relationships, isn't it, Doug? Now we have another beautiful story to share. The tale of Val and Greg Lavigne from Unk Brock Farm in Shagdacoke, New York. Their story really shows how the most enduring love stories often begin with friendship. It traces back to kindergarten, a time of shared crayons and alphabet explorations when neither anticipated the path ahead. They went their separate ways after high school, but destiny had other plans. 5 years after graduating, Greg took on the morning milking duties at Val's family farm, coinciding with Val's return from college. This transformed their childhood camaraderie into a deep and genuine connection. Now at Unk Brock Farm, where the dawn chorus includes the gentle lowing of 200 dairy cows, they efficiently manage their herd and raise their 3 children, rooted in the agricultural legacy that initially united them.
It's a beautiful example of how shared roots can grow into a strong future together, Bella. Now we have one more unique proposal story to share. It's about Duncan and Courtney Bailey from Fillmore, New York. Duncan came up with a proposal idea that only a devoted dairy farmer might conceive. It all happened in the barn, where Duncan orchestrated what appeared to be an innocuous activity, naming a newly born calf. He attentively listened as Courtney suggested name after name. Each one was met with a gentle refusal until she had offered 50 different options. Then, with the same precision demanded by the evening milking routine, Duncan proposed Diamond. Unaware of the significant moment unfolding, Courtney actually deemed the name stupid. But then, with a sparkle in his eye that mirrored the gem in his pocket, Duncan asked again. This time, he knelt on the barn floor, presenting a name for the calf and a diamond ring destined to alter their lives forever. Now that's what I call a diamond in the rough.
What a unique and heartfelt proposal, Doug. After hearing all these stories, what do you think they tell us about love in the dairy farming world?
Well, Bella, I think they show us that the most enduring love stories in farming are built on shared values, mutual respect, and a willingness to face challenges together. Whether it's chasing down runaway heifers, working side by side in the milking parlor, or finding creative ways to propose, these couples have found romance in the everyday moments of farm life. These stories highlight that genuine romance in farming is seldom about extravagant gestures or opulent meals. Instead, it's discovered in the shared warmth of pre-dawn milkings, in the tender support of a partner who provides coffee during extensive barn hours, and in the serene understanding between two individuals who have elected to weave their lives together amid the rhythmic cadence of farm life.
Well, Bella, I think they show us that the most enduring love stories in farming are built on shared values, mutual respect, and a willingness to face challenges together. Whether it's chasing down runaway heifers, working side by side in the milking parlor, or finding creative ways to propose, these couples have found romance in the everyday moments of farm life. These stories highlight that genuine romance in farming is seldom about extravagant gestures or opulent meals. Instead, it's discovered in the shared warmth of pre-dawn milkings, in the tender support of a partner who provides coffee during extensive barn hours, and in the serene understanding between two individuals who have elected to weave their lives together amid the rhythmic cadence of farm life.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
That's all for today's heartfelt episode. If you're feeling inspired to prioritize your relationship, thank you for joining us on this journey. Subscribe so you never miss a drop of wisdom, share this episode with every farming couple you know, and leave a review. Your voice matters. Remember, nurture your relationship now or risk losing the most valuable asset on your farm. Until next time, keep it spicy in the silo, farmers.